Welcome all by Secondary Primary School. That's our weekly time for science, and today we will have a very special episode, حلقة خاصة جدا, about what we have studied, which are Unit 1 and Unit 2. I remind you, أفكركم تاني, we have studied 2 units up till now. Unit 1 which deal with mass and weight, and we have differentiated between mass and weight, الكتلة والوزن. عرفنا كويس قوي what's meant by mass, what's meant by weight, what are the factors affecting weight, and there are not any factor affecting mass because mass doesn't change from place to place. And also we have studied the measuring tools and the measuring unit of each one of them. The measuring tools of mass are so many, which are balance scale, 2-arm scale, sensitive balance scale, digital with a pointer, and so on. And also have studied only one measuring tool, one measuring device which measure weight, which is the spring scale. And also we have studied the units of each one of them. في وحدات لكل واحدة منهم. الماس ليها units such as gram, kilogram, and ton. And also weight has one unit only, which is Newton. That's all about Unit 1, which is mass and weight. And also we have studied Unit 2, which has 2 lessons, which are heat conduction and also measuring temperature. I think this unit is very interesting because in this unit we have studied how to differentiate between matters from heat conductivity. ازاي افرق بين المواد عن طريق توصيل الحرارة, such as iron is a good conductor but wood is a bad conductor. And also have studied a very important lesson, which is measuring temperature, ازاي نقيس الحرارة, by using a very important device, which is the thermometer. So we have studied many lessons up till now. I think there are 3 lessons, and they are very interesting. They are very benefitable, or very benefited, and I hope to enjoy science with us this year. So today we'll have a revision or a review for what all we have studied. هنعمل النهارده ريفيجن مهم قوي على كل اللي درسناه, اسئله مهمه قوي, اسئله صعبه كمان, اسئله فيها تريكات, وهنتعلم ازاي نجاوب عليها كلها ان شاء الله. So let's start with the most favorable question to you, which is the right scientific term. Again, in this question, I advise you, please read the question carefully, especially the first word or the first words. السؤال ده مهم قوي, اللي هو المفهوم العلمي, اقرا كويس قوي فيه اول كلمه او اول كلمتين. For example, لما يقول لي device يبقى هو عايز مني جهاز. لما يقول لي system يبقى هو عايز مني جهاز في جسم الانسان. لما يقول لي tool هو عايز مني اداه او جهاز بقيس بيه حاجه. لما يقول لي unit يبقى هو عايز مني unit بستخدمها للmeasuring, and so on. So please concentrate in this question and practice more and more to be more in science this year. So let's start without delaying this revision for what you have started in Unit 1 and Unit 2. First question says that, write the scientific term as I said before. First question says, an instrument used for measuring temperature of patient. An instrument means device, معناها جهاز أو أداة, هي نفس معنى tool أو device أو instrument. Used for measuring temperature of a patient. جهاز بيقيس حرارة المريض. Surely we have studied 2 types of thermometer, which are Celsius and medical. Surely it will be here medical thermometer. Medical thermometer أو الترمومتر الطبي. Again, an instrument used for measuring temperature of patient, it will be the medical thermometer. Another question. The question says, an instrument used for measuring the temperature of atmosphere. Temperature of atmosphere, surely it will be the Celsius thermometer. Celsius thermometer أو الترمومتر المئوي. Again, we have studied up till now 2 types of thermometer, which are Celsius thermometer and medical thermometer. Another question. A device used for measuring temperature of liquids. Device used for measuring temperature of liquids, surely it will be the Celsius thermometer again. So sorry, strong here, Celsius thermometer, not Celsius temperature. So again, we have 2 types of thermometer, which are Celsius and medical. Celsius used for measuring temperature of atmosphere and liquid, but medical one is used for measuring temperature of patient, human body, man, people, and so on. ممكن أقول أي لفظ يعبر عن جسم الإنسان. Patient المريض, human body, human being, and so on. So again, we have 2 types of thermometer, medical and Celsius one. But this question says that thermometer which is used to measure temperature of atmosphere or liquids, it will be the Celsius thermometer. Again, Celsius thermometer for measuring temperature of liquids and atmosphere. Another question. A form of energy that transfers from the hot materials to the liquid or to the cold material. Again, a form of energy that transfer from the hot materials to the cold material, or from the higher temperature object to the lower temperature object. Surely it will be the heat energy, الطاقة الحرارية. Again, a form is a transfer from the hot material to the cold material. It will be heat energy. Another question. The degree of hotness or coldness of a body. The degree of hotness or coldness of a body. Surely it will be the temperature, درجة الحرارة. Again, temperature is the degree of hotness or coldness of the body. Again, temperature is the degree of hotness or coldness of a body. Another question of the same type, scientific term. The boiling point of water. The boiling point of water. Surely we know that it's 100 Celsius because Celsius scientists or Andres Celsius divided the thermometer from 0 to 100 because he considered that 100 Celsius is the degree of boiling water and also the 0 Celsius is the degree of freezing or melting water, freezing ice or melting ice. Again, the degree that start ice to melt is the 0 Celsius, but the degree that the water start to evaporate or the boiling point will be the 100 Celsius. So here I have a very important give reason question. This question says that, give reason, let us write this with us. Give reason, we can't use medical thermometer, okay? We can't use medical thermometer in measuring temperature of boiling water. Again, we can't use the medical thermometer or the clinical thermometer to measure temperature of boiling water. Why? Surely the answer will be that because the temperature of boiling water is 100 Celsius, but medical thermometer ends at 42 Celsius. So it will break. طبعا ده حاجة خطر جدا ان استخدم medical thermometer to measure boiling water. It will break. So again the answer will be that because the temperature of boiling water is 100 Celsius, but the medical thermometer ends at 42 Celsius, so it will break. So we advise you not to use the medical thermometer in measuring temperature of boiling water or very hot things because it will break, or because the mercury inside the thermometer will expand and it will break the thermometer and will explode. So again, it's a very important advice. نصيحة مهمة جدا. Don't use the medical thermometer in measuring the temperature of boiling water. ما ينفعش خالص استخدم ترمومتر طبي في قياس حرارة المية اللي حرارتها عالية جدا أو الماء المغلي اللي هو 100 Celsius زي ما اتفقنا. So why? Because the medical thermometer ends at 42 Celsius, but the boiling water reaches 100 or 100 Celsius. So again, we can't use the medical thermometer to measure the temperature of boiling water. But how can we measure the temperature of boiling water? By the Celsius thermometer or the Celsius 1. استخدم الترمومتر الثاني اللي هو بنسميه ترمومتر مئوي أو Celsius thermometer. So another question. Again, I advise you in this question, please read the question carefully, especially the first word or the first two words. The freezing point of ice. The freezing point of ice. We know this. It's very easy. It will be 0 Celsius. It will be 0 Celsius. Again, the freezing point of ice, it will be 0 Celsius. Another question again of scientific term. Material that don't conduct heat and don't let heat to flow through them. Again, material that don't conduct heat and don't let heat flow through them. Surely they will be bad conductors of heat. Again, material that don't conduct heat and don't let heat flow through, they will be bad conductor of heat. Again, bad conductor of heat. Another question. Material that conduct heat and let heat flow through them. Again, material that conduct heat and let heat flow through them, surely they will be good conductor of heat or heat conductors. هنسميها مواد موصلة للحرارة أو موصل جيد للحرارة. Again, material that conduct heat and let heat flow through them, good heat conductors or heat conductors. Another question or another type of question, complete the following sentence. In this question or in this type في النوع ده, I advise you بنصحكم to read the question carefully, till the end word. لازم اقرا السؤال كويس قوي خصوصا لاخر كلمه فيه. Why? Because it may need a special arrangement. ممكن يكون محتاج مني ترتيب معين. Please نقرا السؤال لاخر كلمه and don't be hurry in your answer. ما تسرعش في اجابتك and concentrate in your answer and again revise more and more. So let's start with the first question of complete scientific. Complete the following sentences. The thermometer used in measuring the temperature of human body. Again, the thermometer used in measuring the temperature of human body. Surely it will be the medical thermometer. Medical thermometer أو هنسميه كمان clinical thermometer. So I have two names for this thermometer. Medical thermometer or the clinical thermometer. Medical thermometer or the clinical thermometer. Another question. The thermometer that is used in measuring the temperature of liquids and atmosphere. Again, liquids and atmosphere, it will be the Celsius thermometer. Again, it will be the Celsius thermometer. So again, the thermometer that is used in measuring temperature of liquids and atmosphere, it will be the Celsius thermometer. So, because it starts from 0 Celsius and ends at 100 Celsius. Again, because it starts from 0 Celsius and ends at 100 Celsius. So what about the medical? What about the range of the medical? It starts from 35 Celsius and ends at 42 Celsius. Again, it starts from 35 Celsius and ends at 42 Celsius. That's for the medical thermometer. But what about the Celsius thermometer? It starts from again 0 Celsius and ends at 100 Celsius. Another question. The energy that transfers from hot object to the cold object. The energy, الطاقة that transfers from the hot object to the cold object, it will be sure the heat energy. Heat energy أو الطاقة الحرارية. It transfers from the higher temperature object to the lower temperature object, or it transfers from the hot object to the cold object. From the hot object to the cold object. Another question. The degree of hotness or coldness of a body. The degree of hotness or coldness of a body, surely it will be the temperature. Temperature أو درجة حرارة. And please, we must differentiate. لازم نفرق كويس قوي بين temperature and heat energy. Temperature درجة حرارة، لكن heat energy الطاقة الحرارية. Again, the degree of hotness or coldness of the body is the temperature. Another question. The question says that all metals are point conductor of heat. All metals are space عندي هنا نقط فاضية conductor of heat. So we have studied that all metals such as iron, copper, aluminum, gold, silver, nickel, potassium, sodium, all metal we have studied and what we will study inshallah in the future, they are good conductor of heat. Even if the mercury حتى are good conductor of heat. Even if the mercury حتى are good conductor of heat. Even if the mercury حتى are good conductor of heat. Even if the mercury حتى are good conductor of heat. Even if the mercury حتى are good conductor of heat. Even if the mercury حتى are good conductor of heat. Even if the mercury حتى are good conductor of heat. Even all metal without exception بدون أي استثناء are good conductor of heat. Again, all metals are good conductor of heat. Another question. Point conducts heat faster than aluminium. Point conducts heat faster than aluminium. هنا مطلوب مني أقول له مين هو الميتال أو الإليمنت اللي conduct heat بيوصل حرارة أسرع من الألمنيوم. Surely we have studied that in a very important activity. It will be copper. Copper أو النحاس conducts heat faster than aluminium. Copper conducts heat faster than aluminum. Another example or another question of complete. Sorry. Some examples of good conductor of heat such as are copper and iron. We have studied many examples of good conductors such as iron, copper, aluminum, gold, silver, and so on. So again, some examples of good conductors of heat are iron and copper. Another question. Some usages of good conductor of heat are point and point. Please in this question note. في هنا نقطة مهمة جدا في السؤال ده. هنا مش مطلوب مني أقول له examples، أنا مطلوب مني أقول له uses or usages. استخدام للgood conductor. Such as what? Such as iron, aluminum, copper, and so on. So we must here mention what are the uses. هنا مطلوب مني أقول له الاستخدام مش الexample. So I can use copper, aluminum, iron in what? In making cooking pans, in making cooking pots, in making tea boilers or any boiler, milk boiler, and so on. So in this example or in this question, please read the question carefully. هنا مش عايز اقول examples، انا مطلوب مني اقول له uses، استخدامات للاكزامبل ديت. So again this question says that some usages of good conductor of heat such as what? Such as cooking pot, such as cooking pan. Let us see the answer. Such as tea boiler and so on. So here's the question again, says that some usages of good conductor of heat such as cooking pots and also tea boiler. هنا بالذات السؤال ده بليز ناخد بالنا مش مطلوب example للجود كوندكتور، لكن مطلوب مني اقول له uses للجود كوندكتور، استخدامات ليها. So again the question says that some usages of good conductor of heat such as cooking pots and tea boilers. Another question. Some examples of bad conductor of heat. هنا عايز example مش عايز uses. Example of bad conductor. Surely we have studied many examples of bad conductor such as glass, such as wood, such as wool, such as paper, air and so on. So we have many examples of bad conductor such as glass, wood, plastic and so on. وقلنا أكتر مرة كلمة bad conductor معناها إنه موصل رديء، مش معناها إنه هو بيعزل الحرارة تماما، لا هو بيسخن لكن with a little degree، بدرجة أقل from the good conductor. يعني كتير قوي بنتعرض للسؤال ده. Glass is the bad conductor although it gets hot. يعني glass هو bad conductor لكن بيسخن جدا لما نحط جواه أي very hot thing such as tea or very hot water. Why? Because glass is a bad conductor. That means that it doesn't allow heat to flow through in a correct way or in a proper way. يعني ما بيسمحش الحرارة تعدي منه بشكل تمام أو بشكل 100%، لكن بيسمح لجزء بس من الحرارة، عشان كده هو بيسخن لكن with a little degree than copper than iron than all good conductor. يبقى bad conductor already gets hot لكن بأقل كتير قوي من الجود conductor. وأنا أكتر مرة أنا بحب قوي كلمة bad conductor، لكن كلمة insulator مش دقيقة قوي، معناها مادة عازلة للحرارة، لا مفيش مادة عازلة للحرارة 100%. Again, some examples of bad conductor of heat such as wood and plastic, glass and so on. Another question. The question says some usages or uses of bad conductor of heat such as what and what? Surely they will be handles of cooking pots and also handles of tea boilers and also heavy cloth. So هنا السؤال ده مهم قوي برضه. هنا مش مطلوب مني اقول له examples of bad conductor، مطلوب مني اقول له uses of bad conductor. Again, some usages of bad conductor such as what? Such as such as handles of cooking pots and heavy clothes. Heavy clothes also are a bad conductor because they don't allow heat to flow through from your body to outside, because your body here will be higher in temperature. Your body will be 37, but the surrounding atmosphere will be less than a little less than that. Okay, so again, heavy clothes and handles of cooking pots are bad conductor of heat. Another question. Mass is measured by what? Whereas weight is measured by what? Again, mass is measured by what and weight is measured by what. اتكلمنا أكتر مرة قلنا الفرق بين measured by و measured in. measured by بحتاج فيها الجهاز، لكن measured in بحتاج فيها unit. Again, measured by means what are the devices, what are the tools. لكن measured in means what are the units. So here, mass is measured by balance scale or sensitive to arm scale, any scale which we are studied. Again, mass is measured by balance scale, whereas weight is measured by spring scale. طب ينفع في السؤال ده اقول mass is measured by gram or kilogram? No, wrong. Why? لان measured by بطلب بعدها الجهاز او الديفايس او التول اللي بستخدمه عشان اعمل measurement للماس. Again, measured by بحتاج بيها بعدها الجهاز، لكن measured in بحتاج بعدها اليونت. So again, mass is measured by balance scale, whereas weight is measured by spring scale. Mass is measured by balance scale, whereas weight is measured by spring scale. Another question. Mass is constant and is not affected by, mass is constant as we know, mass ثابتة and it doesn't change from place to place. And the mass is constant and is not affected، ما بتتأثرش بإيه؟ For example, the place. Again, mass is not affected by place. But what is the thing that affect by place? Surely it will be the weight. احنا عارفين كويس قوي بتغير الويت from place to place because it depends on the planet which we are living. Okay, so again, mass is constant and is not affected by place. Another question. An object's weight depends on, surely it depends on mass and the place. We have three factors that weight depend on. عندنا أكتر من factor بيأثروا على الويت. هم three factors تحديدا: the mass of the object, the place or the planet of the object, and also the distance from the center of the planet and the object. Again, we have three factors that are affecting the weight, which are the mass, the place, and also the distance. But what about mass? Mass has no factors because mass doesn't change from place to place. Again, mass doesn't change from place to place. But weight changes or variable. Why? Because it depends on the place, it depends on the planet, it depends on the distance from the center. Another question, again, the type of question which we have presented in the first of this episode, the type of question which all of you like this question, write the scientific term, and again, I advise you in this question, please read the question carefully, especially the first word or the first word. في السؤال ده بالذات بنصحكم نصيحة مهمة جدا، لازم أقرأ السؤال كويس قوي، خصوصا أول كلمة أو أول كلمتين، لو طلب مني system أو device أو tool as the question says. So let's start with this question. The question says that the amount of matter in an object, the amount of matter in an object, surely it will be the mass. Mass, the first definition we have studied this year, is the amount of matter in an object. The amount of matter in an object is the mass. Another question. The force with which a body is attracted to the earth. The force with which the body is attracted to the earth, القوة اللي بتجذب الجسم الأرض, surely it will be the weight, الوزن. The force with which the body is attracted towards the earth, or the gravitational force which attract all bodies towards the earth, or the attraction force which attract all bodies towards the earth. هنا في أكتر من معنى الاتراكشن، ممكن نقول له attraction أو gravitational force. Surely it will be the weight, الوزن هو the force with which the body is attracted towards the earth. So again, I have another definition for weight. I can say that the gravitational force by which the body is attracted towards the earth. Again, it will be the weight, الوزن, and we know that weight is measured by a spring scale and measured in نيوتن. الفرق بين الاثنين measured by بحتاج بعدها الجهاز, measured in بحتاج بعدها units such as نيوتن. Again, weight is measured by the spring scale and measured in Newton. Another question. The measurement unit of mass, which is almost equal to a mass of liter of water. هنا محدد لي كتلة لتر مية. أنا عندي أكتر من unit للmeasurement of mass, such as gram, kilogram, and ton. But here I must put kilogram. Why kilogram? Because it's equal to a mass of liter of water, or distilled water at the normal temperature. يعني كتلة لتر مية في الحرارة الطبيعية، ومية كمان ماء مقطر بنسميه distilled water، بتساوي تقريبا كيلوغرام. Again, the measurement unit of mass, which is almost equal to a mass of liter of water, it will be kilogram. Another question. The measurement unit of weight, which is almost equal to a mass of 100 gram, only we have studied one unit for weight. عندنا وحدة بس للويت هي Newton. Surely it will be the Newton. So again, the question says the measurement unit of weight, which is almost equal to a mass of 100 gram, it will be Newton. It will be again Newton. Another question. This question deals with the problems of mass and weight. أخذنا أكتر مرة problem of mass and weight, and we said that they are very easy problem if only you can answer it by the two sacred triangle. عندنا مثلثين سحريين أو magic triangle أو مثلثين سريين بنحل بيهم أي مسائل mass and weight, such as what we have studied. So the question says that an object whose mass on Earth equal to 6 kilogram. Calculate its weight on both surfaces of the Earth and the Moon. So let me answer the question with you. Before I answer, what I do, before I answer, I can draw or write the two triangle. نكتب مع بعض two triangle. Again, I have two triangle for measuring or for solving the problem of mass and weight. First triangle, weight on Earth, surely, mass by 10. Second triangle, weight on Earth again, and weight on the Moon by 6. So here, the question says that the body has a mass of 6 kilogram on the Earth. So I have only one information. في معلومة واحدة بس في السؤال ده. بتقول لي إن الماس equal 6 kilogram. Okay? So what are the weight on the Earth and weight on the Moon? Calculate both of the weight on both surface of the earth and the moon. So I want the weight on the earth. So which triangle will I use? هستخدم أي triangle منهم. The first triangle or second triangle, you can choose or you can decide. أنت هتقرروا مش أنا. Here I have mass and I want weight on the earth. Here I have mass and weight on the earth. Here I have weight on the earth, weight on the moon. So it will be this triangle. Why? Because in this triangle I have mass and I want weight on the earth. Okay, again I have mass here but I want weight on the earth. يبقى بستخدم التريانجل اللي already عندي معلومة منه. So I want weight on the earth equal mass by 10. So it will be 6 by 10. It will be 60 Newton. Again, concentrate. We have unit for measuring weight, which is the Newton, not kilogram. So what about the weight on the moon? I want again weight on the moon. The second demand, المطلوب التاني, weight on the moon. Okay, I want weight on the moon. So I have weight on the earth here and weight on the moon. So weight on the moon equal what? Weight on the moon equal weight on the earth divide 6 from second triangle. يعني لما أكون محتاج weight on the moon surely أكيد هحتاج ال second triangle. Weight on the moon equal what? Weight on the earth divide 6. So it will be 60 Newton divide 6. So it will be 10 what? 10 Newton. So again, problems of mass and weight are very easy if only you can use the two secret or the two magic triangle. يبقى هما مسائل سهلة جدا لكن لازم أتعلم أو أتدرب عليهم أكتر، لازم أعمل براكتس أكتر عشان يكون عندي خبرة إزاي أحل مسائل mass and weight. Again, problems of mass and weight are very easy if only you can use the two magic triangle to solve this problem. Okay, so now let us see how to solve this problem on the monitor. Look here. Weight on the earth equal 6 by 10 as I answered, so it will be 60 Newton. Why? Because weight on the earth equal mass by 10. Mass by 10. So what about weight on the moon? It will be 60 divided 6 equal 10 Newton. What about this? It will be weight on the moon, or sorry, weight on the earth divided 6, so it will be 10 Newton. Okay, again, to answer the problem of mass and weight, please, you must write the two triangles at first, and you can answer them if only you can use the two magic triangles. So now let's move to another type of question, which is choose the right answer. Choose the right answer in this question. A very simple advice. نصيحة بسيطة جدا. Please read all the choices. اقرا كل الاختيارات. Because maybe A and B right, maybe A and C, maybe all the previous answer, A, B, and C, and so on. So we have, usually we have 4 choices such as B, A, P, C, and D. So maybe A right, B right, C right, all of them are right, A and C, B and C, and so on. So please read all the choices because maybe more than one choice is right. ممكن يكون في أكثر من اختيار صح، مش بس A بس أو B، لا ممكن يكون A و B, A و C, A و D, and so on. So now let's practice to answer the question of choose the right answer. First question says, the device which is used in measuring weight. The device which is used in measuring weight is 1-arm scale, 2-arm scale, digital scale, and at last spring scale. The device which is used in measuring weight is 1-arm scale, 2-arm scale, digital scale, and at last spring scale. Surely it will be the spring scale. We know that spring scale is the device or the scale which measure the weight. Again, spring scale is the scale which is used in measuring the weight. Another question. An object whose weight is 20 Newton on the earth, its mass is equal to what? 10 kilogram, 200 kilogram, 2 kilogram, 20 kilogram. I think it's a problem. I can't answer problem of mass and weight without the two magic triangle. يبقى لازم أول خطوة أعملها أكتب التو magic triangle. Let us write with ourselves. Okay, here weight on the earth, mass by 10. Second triangle, weight on the earth also, weight on the moon by 6. Okay, so here is one information. في معلومة واحدة بس هي بتقول لي إن الويت equal 20 Newton. Weight equal what? 20 Newton. So I want what? I want mass. I want mass. I don't have mass in this question. So how can I answer this question? Look here, you have weight and you need mass. أنت عندك weight وعايز mass. So here, the triangle of weight and the mass or weight and the weight, surely it will be this triangle. يبقى بستخدم التراينجل المناسب ليا suitable for answering the problem اللي فيه الحاجة اللي أنا عايز أجيبها. So here I want the mass. You want the mass. Put the pen or put your finger on mass. Mass equal what? Weight on the earth divide 10. Weight on the earth divide 10. So it will be mass equal weight on the earth divide 10. So it will be 20. Weight on the earth divide 10. It will be 2. To what? 2 kilogram, because we have mass now. Mass is measured by what? Is measured by kilogram. Mass again is measured by kilogram. So the answer will be here 2 kilograms. So let us return back to the question. The question says that an object whose mass or whose weight, sorry, is 20 Newton on the earth, it will have mass equal to 10 kilogram, 200 kilogram, 2 kilogram, 20 kilogram. Surely it will be 2 kilogram. It will be surely 2 kilogram. Okay? Don't be hesitation. ما تبقاش متردد. Please answer the question carefully or correctly by the two magic triangle. ما ينفعش ابدا احل اي مسائل mass and weight بدون التراينجل اللي كتبناه من شويه. Another question which says that match from column E with the suitable from column B. هنا سؤال مهم جدا ولكن ممكن برضه يكون يوقع بعض من الطلبه. ليه؟ لانه بيتسرع فيه. Please don't be or don't answer in a hurry. ما تجاوبش بسرعه جدا. But read all the two column at first. وكمان مطلوب مني اقرا ال two column at the first. For example, I have two column here. Newton, mass, kilogram, weight. The first column have four words. عنده 4 كلمات أو 4 definitions أو 4 variables. Newton, mass, kilogram, and weight. So the other column, the gravitational force for an object, the measurement unit of mass, the measurement unit of weight, the amount of matter in an object. So let us start by Newton. Newton, the first one. We know that Newton, what about Newton? Newton is the measuring unit of weight. So it will be that it's the measurement unit of weight. The measurement unit of weight. Again, Newton is the measurement unit of weight. Mass. Mass is what? Mass is the amount of matter in an object or the amount of matter that the body contains. So again, mass has a very important definition. ليها تعريف مهم جدا. Mass is the amount of matter in an object. Mass is the amount of matter in an object. So what about kilogram? Kilogram, it's a very important unit for measuring mass. So it will be that the measurement unit for weight. Sorry, the measurement unit for mass. For the second choice here, الاختيار الثاني, it will be the measurement unit of mass. So again, please in the match question, في سؤال الماتش أو التوصيل زي ما بنسميه, please read all the choices, all the two columns at first, and you can answer the simplest one by the simplest one. بجاوب طبعا مهم مش مهم قوي أجاوب أول point, لكن مهم قوي إني أجاوب ال simplest أو ال easiest one, الأسهل بالنسبة لي. So again, in the questions of match, please read all the choices carefully. اقرا كل الاختيارات بعناية جدا جدا from the two columns. So now let's move to the last one, which is the weight. What about weight? Weight اللي هو الوزن أو الجاذبية, the gravity or the gravitas باللاتيني. هنقول عليها is the attraction force by which the body is attracted. Or again, it is the gravitational force by which the body is attracted. So again, weight, the last one, with the first one from column B. Last one from column E هكون مع first one of the column B. طبعا في بعض الماتش في الامتحانات بيكون مطلوب مني مش اوصل, لكن مطلوب مني اكتب ال numbers او letters, they are the same, هي نفس المعنى تقريبا. Weight is the gravitational force for an object. So again, in this question or in this type of questions, the questions of match, please read the question carefully and read all the two columns before you answer any one of them. So now let's move to another type of question, which is complete the following sentences. Again, I advise you more and more in this question, read the question carefully till the end of word. بقرا السؤال لآخر كلمة فيه لأن ممكن يكون مطلوب مني special arrangement أو ترتيب معين. So the question says that mass is measured by what? Again, this question is repeat, سؤال متكرر لأنه مهم جدا. Mass is measured by what? Where weight is measured by what? أنا قلت أكتر مرة measured by بحتاج بعدها الجهاز أو الديفايس أو التول, لكن measured in بحتاج بعدها اليونت. So mass is measured by what? Is measured by balance scale. Again, mass is measured by balance scale. Where weight is measured by? Weight is measured by spring scale. Again, mass is measured by balance scale. Where weight is measured by spring scale. Again, mass is measured by balance scale. Where weight is measured by spring scale. Another question. Mass is the amount of matter. That's the definition of mass. ده تعريف الماس. That the body contain. And it doesn't change according to what? According to place. هي ما بتتغيرش طبقا لتغير المكان او ما لهاش علاقه خالص بالبليس. Because mass is a constant value. Mass is a stable or fixed value that doesn't change by changing the place of matter. Again, mass is the amount of matter that the body contain and it doesn't change by changing the place or it doesn't change according to the place. Another question. An object weight depends on depend on يعني يعتمد على. هنا بحتاج بعدها factors. What are the factors affecting weight? We have three factors such as we have studied that affecting weight, which are mass, also the place, and at last the distance between the body and the center of the planet, or the distance from center. So again, the weight is variable. Give reason, or the weight changes from place to place. Give reason because it depends on three factors: the mass of the body, the place of the body, and the distance from the body, or from the body and the center of the planet. Again, weight changes or is variable because it depends on three factors, which are mass, place, and the distance from the planet center. Another question, which is the correct the underlined word, or correct the underlined word in the false one. Please note in this question في هنا تركة مهمة قوي. هي correct the underlined word in the false one. يعني ربما تكون underlined بس هي مش wrong. Again, correct the underlined in the false one. مطلوب مني أصحح ال correct لو هي wrong. طب لو مش wrong I can write right. ممكن هكتب right. Again, in this question there is a very important trick and very easy at the same time. مش مطلوب مني ان انا اعكس الجمله وخلاص او اعكس الكلمه وخلاص، لا مطلوب مني اقرا كويس قوي. لو هي false او wrong انا هصححها، لو هي right I can write right هكتب right. So the question says that all materials are good conductor of heat. All materials are good conductor of heat. Surely this question is wrong. Why? Because some material, not all material. طب لو عايز اصلح كلمة material نفسها I can say all metals are good conductor of heat. لكن all material كل المواد لا طبعا already في some material good conductor and some material which are bad conductor. Again, all materials are good conductor of heat. It's wrong. Why? Because only some materials are good conductor of heat but other materials are bad conductor of heat. Another question. Copper is a good conductor of heat. Copper is a good conductor of heat. I think this sentence is wrong or is right. Surely it will be right. Why? Because we know that copper is a good conductor of heat. So it will be right. يبقى ناخد بالنا هنا أنا قلت correct the wrong in the false ones. صحح الخطأ في الجمل الخاطئة بس. لكن مش مطلوب مني إن كل ال underlined word هصححها لأن ربما تكون فعلا right. Copper is a good conductor of heat. هي فعلا صح. لكن لو قال لي في السؤال correct the underlined word already يبقى هي فعلا كلها غلط. يبقى في بعض الأسئلة correct underlined word بيكون كلها غلط. في لو قال لي correct the wrong in the false one هنا already في بعض الجمل صح والبعض الآخر خطأ. So again, copper is a good conductor of heat. Surely it will be right because we know that copper is a good conductor and it's the best conductor metal of heat. هو أحسن معدن في توصيل الحرارة مش بس هو good conductor هو already the best. Cooking pots are made of wood. Cooking pots or cooking pans أواني الطهي تصنع من الخشب. Surely it will be wrong. Why? Because it will be made of aluminium. Again, cooking pots surely wrong. It will be made of aluminium or stainless steel or copper in all days. كان زمان كانوا بيعملوا الكوكينج بوتس من الكوبر لان هو كان good conductor لان كان الالومنيوم لسه not invented yet ما كانش اخترع او اكتشف استخداماته اللي موجوده دلوقتي. Again, cooking pots are made of wood. Surely wrong. So it will be aluminium, not wood. Another question. The question says handles of cooking pots are made of copper. Handles of cooking pots are made of copper. Surely wrong. It will be plastic or wood. Again, it will be plastic or wood. Again, handles of cooking pots are made of copper. Surely it will be wrong. It will be made of plastic or wood. Plastic or wood, not copper. Aluminum is a poor conductor of heat. Another question. Aluminum is a poor conductor of heat. Poor conductor معناها bad conductor. هي نفس المعنى تقريبا. Poor conductor again means it's a bad conductor. So surely it's very wrong because aluminum is a good conductor. But how can we correct this sentence؟ ازاي اصحح الجمله ديت؟ هنا انا مطلوب مني اصحح aluminum، مش بصحح الجمله بس. So aluminum surely it's a good conductor. So I can write any bad conductor such as what? Such as plastic or wood. Again, plastic or wood are bad conductor of heat. So again, the question says aluminum is a poor conductor of heat. So it's a very wrong question or a very wrong sentence. So it will be plastic or wood are bad conductor of heat. Another question means that provide the scientific term for each sentence. Provide هنا معناها give scientific term, write scientific term. نفس المعنى تقريبا. عشان كده بليز ما نتخضش من شكل السؤال، ممكن دراسة السؤال نفسه يتغير بأكتر من شكل، لكن بليز نقرا كويس قوي ونركز في قرايتنا. Provide scientific term for each sentence. The question says that first question, material that let heat flow through. Material that let heat flow through, surely they will be good conductor of heat. Again, material that let heat flow through, they will be good conductor of heat. Another question, material that don't conduct heat or don't let heat flow through, surely they will be bad conductor of heat. Again, they will be bad conductor of heat. Again, material that don't conduct heat or don't let heat flow through, they will be bad conductor of heat. Another question, another type of question which we have studied more and more, complete the following sentences. In this question, please read the question carefully till the end word. First question says that the scale of the medical thermometer starts from point and ends at point. The scale of the medical thermometer starts at or starts from 35 Celsius. هنا بتكلم عن medical thermometer الترمومتر الطبي and ends at 42 Celsius. Again, it starts from 35 Celsius and ends at 42 Celsius. Again, the scale of the medical thermometer or the range of the medical thermometer starts from 35 Celsius and ends at 42 Celsius. So, another question. There is a constriction in the what thermometer. يعني ايه constriction؟ قلنا معناها اختناق، ودي نقطة مهمة جدا أو جزء مهم جدا في الميديكال thermometer عشان بيمنع الميركوري إنه يرجع بسرعة. So I can read the temperature correctly. So the question says that there is a constriction in the medical thermometer. هنا في اختناق بس في الترمومتر الطبي، لأن محتاج فعلا يكون في constriction عشان يمنع الميركوري يرجع بسرعة. لكن already السيليسيوس thermometer has no constriction. So the question says again, there is a constriction in the medical thermometer. Another question. From the kinds of thermometers, point and point. So here we have studied two types of thermometer, which are the medical thermometer, and also the Celsius thermometer. The medical thermometer and also the Celsius thermometer. The Celsius thermometer is used in what? Where the medical thermometer is used in what؟ هنا السؤال ده فيه تريكه مهمه قوي ممكن نقع فيها كلنا. سؤال بيقول لي السيليسيوس thermometer بيستخدم في ايه؟ لكن الميديكال بيستخدم في ايه؟ ممكن جدا واحد يقول لي السيليسيوس is used in liquids. No, it's wrong. Why? Because I must write measuring temperature of liquid. لو حد قال لي بس في القياس في السوائل بس، طب هو بيعمل ايه في السوائل؟ هو already بيقيس حراره السوائل، يبقى هقول له measuring temperature of liquid. لكن is used in measuring liquid بس او liquid بس، لا الجمله مش كامله. So it will be wrong. So again, the Celsius thermometer is used in what? Is used in measuring the temperature of liquid. Again, used in what? Measuring the temperature of liquid. So what about the medical thermometer? Medical is used in what? The measuring temperature of human body. Measuring temperature again of the human body. Measuring temperature of the human body or the patient or people or human being and so on. Another question. Thermometer is what? Thermometer is what? Thermometer هنا قلنا definition، واكتر مره انا بحب اقول طالب الكرييتيف اللي بيكتب definition from his own mind من مخه هو الشخصي او من ابداعه هو الشخصي، عشان كده بنسميه كرييتيف يعني مبدع. ايه هو الثرمومتر؟ هو ديفايس بيقيس الحراره. تعريف سهل جدا وبسيط جدا. So I can write it's a device used for measuring temperature. That's all. يبقى الديفينيشن مش حاجه صعبه بالنسبه لنا ومش حاجه very difficult او very complex معقده قوي. لا انا ممكن اكتب definition as I understand زي ما انا فهمتها زي ما درستها بالظبط، لكن مش already زي ما حفظتها من الكتب او زي ما خدتها من اي مصدر يعني. Okay, so please you can write definition with your own mind, with your own creation بابداعك انت الشخصي. So what's meant by thermometer? It's a device used for measuring temperature. I can write this like that. Thermometer is a device. هو هنا قال thermometer وخلاص ما حددش ولا medical ولا Celsius. It's a device used to measure the temperature. It's a device used to measure the temperature. هو جهاز بيقيس الحرارة. Another question. The question says that correct the underlined word in the false one here. The question says that correct the underlined word in the false one. صحح الخطأ في الجمل الخطأ. First question says that the Celsius thermometer is used for measuring the temperature of the human being. The Celsius thermometer is used for measuring the temperature of the human being. So surely it will be the medical thermometer. So by this question we have reached the end of this episode. I hope to be you to get benefit from this episode, from our revision today of what we have started in unit 1 and unit 2. We have started again. I remind you, فكركم تاني 2 units up till now. Unit 1 which deal with math and wit. Unit 2 which deal with 2 lessons which are very interesting lesson and the easy lesson at the same time, which are measuring temperature and also the heat conduction. And now I can say to you goodbye, and I promise you to meet again in next Thursday inshallah to have a very new lesson or very new unit which deal with gases, and we will start inshallah with the oxygen gas. Thank you and goodbye.